Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to discuss about the types of economy. We know that an economy is a system which deals with the issues of making economic decisions regarding the production, consumption and distribution of goods and services to fulfill the needs of the people. And this process of making economic decision can be done by government, by some public sector organization, and also can be done by the individual or businessman of an economy. And based on this criteria or based on this type of involvement, our economy can be of various types. So let us first discuss the traditional economy. The traditional economy is a type of economy where there is very little government involvement, and the economic roles are defined mainly by the family or the people who work together and who live together to fulfill their common needs. The wealth or the resources of the economy is used to fulfill their common needs and the common demand. So, in a traditional type of economy, the economic activities are mainly done by the tradition, by their beliefs or by their values rather than the market mechanism or the modern technologies to fulfill their demand. So, in a traditional economy, the transaction of goods and services is done in a traditional way where there is no money, but they use the barter system to transact goods and services where they share wealth to fulfill their needs and to produce goods and services. And the main economic activities involved mainly the hunting, fishing, farming and gathering, which is mainly done through the traditional ways. Next, let us see what is a free market economy. In the free market economy also there is less government involvement, but the economic decisions are made based on market principles. For example, the production of goods and services will be determined by the market demand of the people living in that area or the economy. Moreover, the resources of production are also under the private ownership. The government do not decide what type of resources would be used for what type of production of goods and services. In reality, we do not find pure free market economy, but the United States and Australia come close to this type of economy. And as there is very less government involvement in this type of economy, so the scope of innovation is very high in this type of economy, because people get the freedom to utilize their resources to produce varieties of goods and services. Therefore, the competition is open in this type of economy, and it is very easy to start a business, and the cost of the goods and services is also very low. As there is competition and people compete with one another, the firms compete among themselves, so they keep their price low so that they can attract more consumers and they can earn profit. Next, let us see what is a command economy. Command economy is a type of economy which is completely under government control, where the resources of production, on the process of production or the decision making regarding the economic activities, all of done by the government. So the functioning of the economy is based on the control planning. The government control all of the economic activities, due to which there is less scope for innovation, there is no more competition, the scope for the more resource allocation is less, and the consumers have very little sources. As the farms and industries are controlled by the government, so the price level is set by the government, so the industries cannot produce more or they cannot innovate more to increase their profit or to attract more consumers. And this type of economic system can be found in former Soviet Union, Cuba, North Korea, etc. Next, let us see what is a mixed economy. The mixed economy is the combination of both the public sector and the private sector units. Here, the government is the decision maker for the public sector, and the individual and the businessmen make decision for the private sector. So, what happens in a mixed economy? In a mixed economy, in some sectors, government take policies, government make decision where there is also scope for the individual and the businessman. So in mixed economy, we can also find competition among the firms and the industries, but there is a control of the government on the farms and industries so that the price level can be controlled by the government. The government have also some power in the huge sector of the economy, and this type of mixed economy can be found in India, Russia, UK, etc. In India, we can see that some sectors are completely under government control, but there are also some sectors which come under the private sector. Next, let us see what is an open economy. The open economy is the type of economy which has trade with other countries, which means it has scope for export and import with the other countries. Here, the market is mostly free from the trade barriers. For trading with the other countries, there is no barriers among the economies, and the imports and exports form a larger percentage of the GDP, that is the gross domestic product, and the degree of openness of an economy is determined by the government to pursue economic policies of its choice. So in nowadays, various countries come under the type of open economy. Next, let us see what is a closed economy. Closed economy is a type of economy which has no trade or trade areas with other countries. This type of economy produces its and every type of goods and services within their economic territory. Here, the people get their essential needs and they fulfill their demand with the produced goods and services in their own nation. Here, the economic borders are set by the government, and the consumers get everything within this border. And the government acts as the arbiter, articulator, and facilitator. Here, the government facilitates the people by making policies, by making plans, and the government decides what type of goods and services should be facilitated to the people living in that economy. So we can see that in a closed economy, there is no export, there is no import, and this type of economy is self-reliant, can defend itself, and it is also important that this type of economy do not get any aid for the other countries, and these economies also do not provide any aid to the other countries. Next, let us see what is a capitalist economy. The capitalist economic system is based on the private or the corporate ownership regarding the production and distribution of the goods. So, the government interference is very low in this type of economic system. The private sector commands in this type of economy. So, the law of demand and supply makes sure that economy runs most efficiently in meeting the people needs. So, based on the market demand, goods and services are produced and they are supplied, and capitalism is characterized by competition in which there is rivalry in supplying or getting economic services or goods. So what happens in this type of economy, as there is very less government involvement and there is a huge competition among the firms and the industries, so they compete with one another, who can produce better, who can make more profit, who can get more choices, provide more choices to the consumers in producing goods and services. So this type of economy works mainly in the profit maximizing principle. And the goal of this economy is maximum growth and profit. And as there is very less government involvement, so the capitalist economy get infinite natural resources, they get infinite natural things, and labor inputs is very high, because to earn more profit people can use more and more natural resources and as well as the labor resources to produce more and to earn more profit. Next, let us understand what is a socialist economy. The socialist economy is a type of economy where the means of production are mainly socially owned and are used to meet the human needs instead of creating profits. And socialism tends to favor cooperation rather than competition in capitalist economy. As we have seen that in capitalist economy, the profit maximizing is the main goal or the main aim of the economy. But in a socialist economy, there is no competition among the firms and the industries. Rather, they work in the principle of cooperation to fulfill human needs. So, in a socialist type of economy, people share their wealth, share their natural resources to fulfill the people needs, their common needs, and for the development of the nation, rather than only concentrating on profit maximizing of their own farm. So the planners make economic plan who works cooperatively with the factories or the industries. They produce various types of goods and services where the feedback of the consumers are also taken so that they can improve their technologies, their plan, and they can provide better choices for goods and services to the people. So this was for all today. Hope this video is helpful for you. Thank you.